What is going on, guys? My name is Bippy with Team CardFighters United, and today we're going to be taking a look at my post-set 12 Welstra List. Welstra is a very interesting Vanguard and Brant gate with the unique operate mechanic, so let's go ahead and take a look into his ride line. First off, we have Blitz mechanic Wharton, same as every starter in standard Vanguard currently. Whenever he's rode upon, if you went second, go ahead and draw yourself a card. And then our grade 1 in the ride deck, we have Blitz Programmer Strazer. Whenever he's rode upon, search your deck or hand for up to one grade 1 product card and put it into your order zone. If you search your deck, you can go ahead and shuffle your deck, and if you put a card from hand, go ahead and draw a card. And then our grade 2 in the ride deck, Blitz Technology Researcher Uber. He has an Act ability, Soul Blast 1, choose a product card in your order zone and operate it. We'll get a little more into what goes into operating towards the end of, or a little later in the video. And then when this unit is rode upon, put a product card from your order zone into your drop. Search your deck for up to one grade 2 product card. Search your deck or hand for up to one grade 2 product card and put it into order zone. If you put from deck, shuffle deck. If you put from hand, draw a card. And then our main Vanguard here, Blitz CEO Welstra, one of my favorite units in standard currently. Whenever he attacks a Vanguard, go ahead and operate a product in your order zone. And then whenever a product is operated in your order zone, you get he gets 5K. And of course, we are running 4 of our Persona Ride target here. And let's go ahead and move on to our products and what goes into operating. So as you saw earlier, with operating, it usually has a cost, like Soul Blast 1, operate a product in your order zone. So we have our grade 1 operation target here, Mobile Kennel Eingarten. Whenever this card is put into hand or orders, whenever this card is put from hand or order zone into your drop during your turn, he can go back to order zone or into your soul. Most of the time you're going to be choosing to shove him to soul because in Welstra you use quite a bit of soul. I'm not going to lie, you'll see the main cause of that here in a second. And then when he's in your order zone, when he's operated, you can call him as a 10K 1 crit normal unit with boost to an open rear guard. And at the end of the turn, he'll go back to order zone. So whenever you ride onto Strazer here, whenever you ride over him, you'll go ahead and search out Eingarten. And you can use Uber to go ahead and activate him to get a nice little extra swing. Then we have our first grade 2 product here. A Heavy Strike Cannon Fortress Freischutz. So with this, whenever this card is operated, choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. And if you did not retire, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards, and it gets minus 5K until the end of turn. The main reason we're running this card is for the second ability. Just in case you get a little stuck and don't have the card you need to send the grade 3 product, which we'll get to here in a minute, you can use this card. So whenever your grade 3 or greater Vanguard is placed by riding on a grade 3, so basically whenever you Persona Ride on Welstra, put this card into order. Put this card into drop, and search your deck or hand for up to one Mobile Fortress of Obliteration, Freischutz Maximum. Put it into your order zone. If you search deck, shuffle. If you search hand, draw a card. And then our other main grade 2, we have Assault Flight Carrier Lubetzel. When this card's put in the order zone, if you have a Vanguard with Blitz in its card name, which is your entire ride line here, you draw a card and Soul Charge 1, getting a nice hand plus as well as some soul plussing as well. When it's operated, if it's the main phase, look at the top 5 cards, choose up to one card from among them with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard and call it to rear guard, and then shuffle your deck. And if it's battle phase, you draw a card. Once again, plussing your board and plussing your hand. And we're running 3 of Lubetzel. Only 1 and 1 of Eingarten and Freischutz. And then we have our Freischutz Maximum at a 3 of. This is going to be your main attack extender piece, as well as your main operation target. So you can't normal play this card, so usually you'll have to use something like Freischutz to play it, or one of our other grade 2 cards that we're going to get here in a second. And when it's operated, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it, and then choose one of your opponent's vanguards and it gets minus 5k. So it's basically doing the best of normal Freischütz here, just you don't have to not retire to get the minus 5k. And then also, you can counterblast one and bounce a unit back to hand, and call this to an open rear, or call this to a rearguard circle as a 23k 1 crit unit. And if you called this unit, it goes back into order zone at the end of turn. It's a great way to get 5 attacks in Welstra, and it is at a 3 of. And let's go ahead and move on to our grade 2s, one of the best pieces that we have here in Welstra, Freiheit. Now with Operation Master Freiheit, whenever he's placed on rear guard, if your order zone has a set order, counterblast one and ditch a card from hand. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name as your Vanguard, or a product card that's the same grade as your Vanguard. And then if you can, if you searched, you can take a product card from hand and put it into order zone, a great way to play out Freischütz Maximum and get more than one of those into order zone. And then his second skill, whenever he attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Welstra and its card name, Soul Blast 2, choose a product from your order zone and operate it. So it's a great way. You'll go ahead and, let's say you have 2 Freiheits on board. We're running 4 of him, by the way. He is an absolute necessity. You have 4 Freiheits on board and a Welstra. You swing this Freiheit on your Persona Ride turn for 20. Go ahead and operate heavy Cannon of Obliteration, Freischütz Maximum, no call. Your orders hire something, give your Vanguard minus 5k. Swing this one, Soul Blast 2, bounce this Freiheit back to hand, and call out this Freiheit with the same effect, retire something, give your Vanguard minus 5k. So now you're attacking as a 20k base to a 3k Vanguard. And then if you have 2 Freiheits, you should also have 2 Freischütz Maximums. So you'll swing Welstra, operate, counterblast, pop this back to hand, and now you're swinging, we've operated 3 times this turn, so you're swinging 38 at their 3k, or their negative 2k Vanguard, actually, with 2 more 33k swings on a Persona Ride turn. It's a little nasty. It's a bit of a 1-turn KO deck, but you can definitely make it work as living in the long game as well, especially with some of our newer supports that fuel the soul, as well as draw some cards. We are also running Blitz Secretary Perf, just in case one of our necessary orders ends up in drop. What she does is when she's placed on rear guard, counterblast and put a grade 2 or greater set order from drop to the bottom of the deck and draw a card. So it pluses your hand while also putting those cards back in deck so you can search them back out with Freiheit. And then let's get into our grade 1s. So, like always, we're running our 4 Sentinels. You can replace one of these with Elementaria Sanctaria if you want to. Right now, I just have the 4 basic PGs. Basically, with PGs, when it's put on Guardian, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit till the end of turn. If you have 2 or more cards in your hand, choose a card from your hand and discard it. Basic PG things. And then we are also running one of our new set 12 cards. Schwarzer Eins. When your grade 2 or greater set order is placed in your order zone, you can pop him into soul and draw a card, both filling your soul and hand. And with Freischütz Maximum, you have a grade 2 or greater set order, returning to order zone basically every turn. So if you have 3 of these here in the back row, your Freischütz goes back at the end of turn, pop 3 of those into soul, draw 3. It's really strong in Welstra, especially if you can get like that 3-piece out on the board. And then if you haven't noticed, Welstra is a little counterblast heavy with Freiheit and Freischütz Maximum both costing a CB. So we're running 4 of our Blobenline here. If you have a set order and order zone, at the end of the battle he boosted, put him into soul and countercharge 1. Both getting our counterblast back and fueling our soul is a definite nice thing to have. And then we have our trigger lineup here. We have our Brantgate over trigger. So it'll give our 100 million power. We'll draw a card and remove it from game. And then it doubles the power and crit of all of our front row units until the end of turn. So making our mobile cannons bigger with an extra crit. It is really nice. Just like any over trigger. But and then we have our draws. We're currently running a rainbow setup with 3 draws, 4 crits, 4 fronts, and 4 heals. Draws are nice to have, and then obviously making our front row a little bigger with extra crits is always nice, and then you gotta run your heals. So then, yeah, that is our Welstra deck. It can be a little nasty if you have your right pieces, but with Welstra, there's a lot of ways to draw cards now, as well as get your right pieces and tutor them out, so you can go ahead and commit to your big swings, bonking at face. I'll be looking forward to a little test match with him a little later this week. But for now, that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.